Hello there.
What's up, man? How's it going?
What's going on, man? It's been a bit. It's been a bit.
It has been a bit. A lot of things have popped up in life. I basically have my own little Grogu that I'm traveling the galaxy with.
Nice.
Being a
You
dad
have a
now.
Padawan. You have a Padawan learner now. Very nice. That's a big life change event. I know I've had a lot of things going on with my kids and stuff. We just had my son's unified volleyball team went to the championships. They lost, but they played with their hearts, man. They played much better than they did last year. And if they had played like they did last year, they would have wiped the stadium with these kids. But they
Nice.
really held their own and did really surprisingly good and really have improved. So they won the championship last year. So they didn't get back to back, but they came in second. They did very good. They did very good, those kids.
Yeah, that's what matters is going out there and having fun and playing hard, of course. And I'd assume all those kids are pretty competitive, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I think you know what it is? I think it's being able to be part of the unified team and enables those kids that normally would not, be able to get onto a team because of hangups or anxieties and things like that.
Yeah,
And their inability to be a real athlete. Whereas some of these kids, you'd be amazed that they really can, whether it's baseball, volleyball, basketball, they can play, right? Um,
absolutely.
but a lot of times they probably wouldn't make the team, or they'd be on a JV team and never really see any PT. So with this, it allows them to play. And what they do, they get a couple kids from the varsity team to come down and assist and help them. So what's really nice is you'll see them kind of help volley the ball to give them the opportunity to get it back over the net and stuff. And same for the unified basketball. They do a great job. The kids all interact very well. It's a really well run league here in Rhode Island, unified sports. So always excited for that, man.
Yeah, that's
Always.
cool. That's really good.
What else have you had going on?
A lot of work, a lot of schedule change. I've actually revamped the Clan Brandalorian, a conversation, which is the podcast on my channel. So getting
I've seen a few of those episodes.
some familiar faces. I've been trying to get with people that I haven't got with yet, and that's going. I mean, it's going good so far. I'm thinking about doing a solo episode for next week. That way, everyone can just hear me talk a little bit, especially with the little dead end that we've had with Star Wars. There's nothing coming out yet, but since we are finally at this point, we get Skeleton Crew in a couple weeks, so that's going to be pretty badass. Can't wait
Very
for that.
excited. Very excited.
Um,
Did you happen to catch there was a roundtable discussion that aired on Disney Plus today?
nah, I didn't see that.
So Jimmy and Jack from Explore the Force
Hmm.
had posted a link, and to me, I'm like, the show hasn't even aired yet, but we're getting a roundtable. Like, okay. I watched it and it was really cool. And all the things that we've talked about previously, getting excited about.
Yeah,
I think this is it. Like, even the guys and gals working on the show, like Bryce Dallas Howard and the rest of them are all there. And they're really selling that idea of Amblin films. When we were
mm,
kids, they were adult stories with kid actors in them, but they were real traumas and real things that you have to overcome and trials and tribulations in your youth. And I think that those Amblin films, kind of like all the people that worked on this series grew up with, that's just kind of the staple. That's the golden, mark that they're trying to hit. Like, that's that kind
yeah.
of feeling they want to resonate in all of us. So I'm excited. Like, the trailer looked fire. I love the Major Tom covered in Huttese. It's
Oh,
kind of got that shiny toy guns kind of sound to it, a little bit different than the original.
that was
So,
really cool.
but really cool. I'm pumped, man. Um, I know you usually do what you've gotten new and stuff. So, was there any new pickups that you've gotten?
It has been dry, but I have about three. Let me grab them.
Oh, you've got a few toys here. All right. All right. Yeah.
All right, all right. We got a couple Funko, but I got
Okay.
some other things that I want to show real quick. And one of my so the restaurant I manage at when I was bartending at the time, we have a regular that comes in and he's a Star Wars fan and he collects everything original trilogy. And like in the 90s, he was super um into the old original figures. So he ended up getting, this is like of 8 that he had, and this is an old 1977 Ben Kenobi.
Nice.
And I've never had any of the OG, like, and it's really cool, man. It says, where we got right here, yeah, made in Hong Kong, and it says GFM 1997. So yeah, dude, like this is pretty dope.
That's pretty crazy. I had him back in the old original. I wish I still had my Darth Vader case of figures. God knows where they went. I know when my younger
Oh
brother
yeah,
was growing
the
up.
opening case, right?
Oh yeah, I had
I had
that
one too.
filled. I had the other two where you open them up and you took the little things that would hold the figures in, and if you flip them upside down, it looked like a Death Star floor with pegs on it. You could stand figures on. I
Oh
had that.
shit.
Yeah, it came like the old kind of Matchbox soft case that you would open up with a handle, and
Yeah.
you would put your figures in, and then the trays would lift up, and if you flipped them over, they had pegs on them, and they looked like kind of like an imperial floor. It was pretty cool. It's pretty
Damn.
cool.
I haven't heard of that one, but I used to have the Darth Vader case as well. I had some I had it full of things, but got lost in a move when I was younger. So
Gosh,
not
I only wish I still
all
had all
good.
my own. Because I had practically every toy. I mean, the few toys I didn't get, like I think as a kid, like the Millennium Falcon, like
Mm.
still on my grail list. I'm gonna buy that like awesome vintage one day because I could never get and I still want to get the original one, like the old school, like first one, decked out. But because I didn't get those as a child, you kind of get that arrested development. So
Oh
later in
yeah.
life, when you have funds, you buy the Razor Crest and you back the Ghost, which will be coming soon. And
Yeah.
I've had to prepare the wife that the Ghost is coming because when she was first asking about it, where she's like, "You're not gonna pre-order that." I'm like, "No, no." And meanwhile, I've got YouTube on, and Tony's like, "And Patrick just bought for Ball Photography, just back the Ghost," and she just looked at me. I'm like, I don't know what he's talking about. He's lying.
Yeah, different. This is different. It's not even what's going on.
But yeah, so
Ah,
that's going to be coming soon. I just watched the Hasbro unboxing before our show tonight. But yeah,
oh
what
yeah.
other stuff did you get, man? That Obi-Wan was pretty cool though. Old school.
Yes, he gave me that, and being my second favorite film in the Star Wars catalog, Return of the Jedi, he hit me with this smacker right here. The Coca-Cola Company authorized user, and we're taking it back to 1983, and we got a Burger King
Ooh.
glass right here. And man, when I tell you, my favorite thing about almost all in Star Wars is Jabba's palace. Everything about it, sign me up. I want to know more. The Sarlacc pit, I want everything. But the Book of
Yeah,
Boba
dude, those
Fett,
glasses are
thank
great.
you
You
for
just can't
taking me back.
dishwash. You can't put them in a dishwasher.
No, no, this is. He said he had like 2 of these, so he actually gave me one, and that's crazy because some of these sell pretty high on eBay.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, I wouldn't mind getting the original set that I had from Burger King. I know my parents had them for the longest time. I don't know, they broke, they got rid of them finally, but I had them forever. I mean, also because we didn't have a dishwasher back in the day, right? So like we didn't have to worry about that stuff fading off. So they lasted
yeah,
forever and used them every day.
yeah.
But yeah,
So,
I picked up a few things as well.
what'd you get?
Well, I ordered and got the entire wave except for Kim, the exclusive, but I pulled one to show you. I got the whole wave of Skeleton Crew already.
Yes, and that's so nice that they're out already.
I
Just
am
grab them
super excited
before the
because
sale.
now if something happens in an episode and if I can recreate it within, that week or whatnot, that
You're the
to
first
me is
wave person
exciting
to do
because
it.
I could kind of, make an image relevant to what we're talking about, what we're excited about, what we're, fanning on that week. Um,
Mhm.
I also did, so I was going to drop the image tomorrow. So today's usually like that kind of little story I put, like image dropping tomorrow. That did not
Yeah.
happen today. I recently got together um, with a bunch of Star Wars, or based Funko photographers, and they do a Star Wars Saturday. And I when I started seeing this, I was like, where do I sign up? Like that's totally me. Like where do I sign up? Where's the dotted
Yeah.
line?
It's up your
So I
alley.
reached out to them a couple times. I said, hey, what's going on? So then they told me, I said, well, what's the theme this week? And they're like, oh, it's Master and Apprentice. But I got the message like that's on Saturday morning. I'm like, yeah, trying to get in. I could pull out an older image. I could, but I didn't. But they said, oh, the next one we're gonna do is prequels. And I'm like,
Ooh.
perfect. So I was working on a video that'll be dropping Saturday now. I might
Okay.
even drop the video Friday and the image Friday, Saturday, but we'll see. Because I don't know how they time it. I think they want it to come out Saturday, but whatever. I'll find out from the guys I collab with. But I bought that new first appearance Darth Vader,
Man.
but I had to customize him because I didn't like the head. So I bought another Anakin with the red, with the red eye, yellow and red
Mhm.
eyes, and customize that guy for an image that's coming out. And dude, this image literally is fire. But because
Hell
I did that, I also got a custom Anakin, just normal.
yeah.
So
See, it can go either way.
yeah, so now when the other Anakin comes out with the red blade, I'll have a red and a blue Anakin with no Sith eyes. Still got my Sith eyes in the hard stack, and then I converted this guy. And the image for this is you're gonna be blown away, man. The image is literally fire,
Let's
and you
go.
obviously know what scene it is, right? So
Of course.
we're floating in lava. We've got sparks of flame. It's a cool image, and the way I did it was fun too because I was going to grab a still frame from the movie. So I was
Mm.
thinking, I was like, well, the values are a little darker because it's film and it's live action. So it's like, those guys did an Clone Wars animation that looked spot on. So I went through that, found a frame, screenshot at that still frame, photoshopped Anakin out of it with a little generative AI, filled that in, played and tweaked the levels a little bit to make it a little brighter, a little richer, and then
Yeah.
use that as my backdrop.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Sounds
dude.
clean, man. I always love when you post them because I'm just like, dude, it's weird how you can make plastic come alive. That's what I love calling all of this stuff, man. Is plastic because that's what it is, and it's just like plastic is such a simple thing, and it brings me so much joy, as it should to everyone else who collects.
Right.
But
And it's been just fun to do. Here, I'll show. You know what? I will give you a preview. Do you want to see a preview?
shit, I won't say no.
All right, I'm going to show you a preview. So anyone in the chat, if we have anybody in the chat, we got a few people. We got some comments here. So let's see here. Before I show the image, we got some people in the chat. Clan Brennan, what's good, everyone?
Oh, I
Come
know
chat
that guy.
Funko, Lego Stars with us. Jedi Lex, what's up, fam?
Yo,
What's up,
what's
Lex?
good? What's up, Lex?
Glad to see the boys back in action. Yeah, glad we had a little hiatus, but it's nice to be back. Oh, and Christopher's here. Whoa, hey, you guys are
Chris,
live.
what's good,
Nice.
man?
Nice. So yeah, here, let me see if I could share this image. I'm gonna present. Share screen, share window. All right, are you ready?
Let's do it. Yeah,
That's the
fire.
image I'm dropping later this week.
That's fire.
Right? It was so much fun to do. It really was. I really enjoyed this one.
The
Really
saber
enjoyed it.
swoosh, I love that. And
I
yeah, dude.
started using that after seeing the Acolyte posters. I'll be honest. Like those Acolyte I can't say enough. The Acolyte pushed envelopes so farther in different areas. Like I know people don't really like it, but like in the posters, for the launch, I thought they were brilliant. I loved it. I love that motion blur. I started
Mhm.
using it in my own imagery. I think the show itself pushed boundaries, and I thought it
Yeah.
was great. So,
Yeah.
unfortunately, not so many other people agreed with you and I and others, but
Yeah.
that swoosh is where I got that inspiration. And I remember as soon as I saw it, I was like, I don't have any acolyte pops. So I just grabbed a Yoda and I was like, let me grab this Yoda image that I've had and
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
let me see if I can do it. So I recreated the poster using that image. And it was fun. And so like, okay. And I've put it in a few. I've put it in like 2 or 3. I think I did one with Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon and
Mm,
another one with Vader. So I have used it kind of sparingly, but it is a neat effect to put,
yeah. Hey, pull that picture back up. I wanted to point something out.
All right, hold on. Hold on.
Everyone gets 2 seconds to look at it again. That's it. That's all you get.
All right, ready? Here we go.
All right, with how the layout is, you can see the background of the stream with the Darth Vader helmet, and it's just a little too perfect, in sync with Anakin's head. If you look just right
What's that
above,
now?
so on my screen, I can see our background with the bricks and pops, and you can see just a little bit
Oh, on the
of
top.
of
Yes.
Vader's helmet, and it's just a little too perfect. Like it's
That is kind of crazy. I never
perfectly
even
in
know.
sync.
Ah.
Weird. I point out weird things, but that's really cool.
Yeah, it was again fun. And what was cool is one of the other guys in the collab had done an image very similar. How do you photograph that? Like it's got to be that
Yeah.
lava scene, you know what I mean? So, but he gave me the idea to take off the bottom plate. Um, if I and by taking the screws off the bottom plate, I was actually able to put that on above light, and so I was able to underlight that orange of the lava
Oh,
and
nice.
get that up into the droid, so you get that warmth and the glow from that. So that was kind of
Right.
cool.
Yeah.
It was kind of
Hey.
cool. A fun one. A fun one. So yeah, so that's something that I've kind of shifted a little bit in the last week or so, getting involved with this new group of guys collaborating. And so that should be kind of fun. I'm excited to participate. They all do fantastic work, so I'm proud to show images alongside them as well.
Mhm.
Um, and they what can I say? They're doing Star Wars Funko, so sign me
Yeah.
up.
That could
Sign me
help
up.
all of your guys' photography. You guys all bounce off of each other and see different things. So that's a good thing, man.
Hell yeah, man. And I just got back too, like what, 2 weeks, it seems like like a week ago, but it's been almost 3 weeks now from Rhode Island Comic Con. And
Yeah.
that was an experience. I brought my book, got autographs from Sam Witwer, Tom
Ashley.
O'Connell, and Ashley Eckstein. Dude, awesome.
Hell
Awesome.
yeah.
Awesome. To meet them and to have the experience that I had with each of them, freaking priceless.
Yeah.
Priceless. Like I never went to cons. I was like, I don't need to be around a huge crowd to
Yeah.
go see Funko Pops and geeky stuff that I like.
I'm the same way.
But I wanted to do it. I hadn't been to one, and now I understand the excitement, the hype, because there's a buzz. There is a buzz when you go, and when you finally get to meet, whether it's your hero, or favorite character, or just an actor that has portrayed someone in that Star Wars universe that you're a fan of.
Yeah.
Dude, it was so cool. It was so cool. Like Tom O'Connell, me, my son, and his wife sat and chatted, just the four of us for like an hour. Not one person came up behind us. I don't think
Damn.
anyone knew who exactly he was. Perfect. So the more people that hear that story, I hope that Tom O'Connell has a larger line the next time I go to see him at the con, because he
Oh,
was
for sure.
absolutely salt of the earth, great guy. So was Ashley Eckstein. She had her mother and her sister helping her work her little table or whatnot, her little area. And so prior to getting up to Ashley, like her sister and her mother were looking at the book and they were asking all sorts of questions. Like, where'd you get this? Oh, I got it done through Shutterfly. And when I said that, they're like, wait a second, you made this? I'm like, oh yeah, this is all my work. This is like about 2 years worth of labor in here and love and
Right.
passion.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh, I thought you just bought it. Like this isn't." I said, "No, I wish Funko would produce this book. It would help
Right.
me. It would be great promotion." But like, no, like they were gaga. So Ashley could hear the two of them going gaga over it. So when she got to me, saw the book, it was like that was the thing I was telling Chris and Lex on the Star Wars podcast. Like everybody looked at it and they took their sweet time going through it. Like Sam, especially, because I think at one point he was feeling rushed, and the guy was like, "No, you can't take a picture of him." I was going to take a picture of him just signing it, like I did everybody else, but his guy was like, "Eh." So no big deal, no big deal. I wasn't going to cause a fuss,
Oh
but he
yeah.
at that point shut the book from wherever he was at and just started from page one. And watching them relive those scenes like you and I would, seeing them
Yeah.
as a fan, not just as the character that portrays that person, but seeing them, oh, I remember that scene. Oh, this is so well recreated. Like, and it wasn't even their scenes, or their characters, other pops, like especially Sam. He was like, "Oh, I love that scene." Like, so he was living through it, and it was just like watching his expression was awesome. And then you know what he said? Both of them loved going through it, but Sam said something very stoic, and I thought it was really cool. He said, "The reason I enjoy coming to cons is because I get to meet fans like yourself that do creative stuff with their passion for the fandom like this.
Mm.
It's like you don't see this stuff just, you're working and you're doing your thing." He's like, "But when you get to a con, you get to see people that do stuff like this. You get a moment out of your busy life, and wow, oh my God." Like, so it was really cool to get that experience as well. It was just
Yeah.
awesome. Awesome. So
Oh
now I'm
man.
getting
That's
excited
that's
for
dope.
meeting up with Christopher over at the Niagara Falls Comic-Con in
Oh
May.
yeah. Yeah, that'll be tight. I've heard actually both of you talking about that, so that'll be
That'll
pretty
be
unique.
fun. That'll be fun. And then, one of these days I do want to get down to MegaCon to hang out with Jedi Lex, my other counterpart, and all of our little Florida peeps down there, Pop, the
Little blurred.
Bester, Star Wars Sith, Padawan Pops, Padawan Chronicle. It would be nice just to meet up with all of them. That'd be awesome sauce. And
Oh yeah.
ICC is something I want to put on the menu, as well as maybe New York Comic Con next year. So we'll see. We'll
Yeah.
see.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, I did have two last bangers real quick.
Oh,
This
you
one
do you?
had to get the Kylo Ren Unmasked.
Oh,
I used to see this years ago, but never picked it up just because I was never into Funkos at the time. So got this. And then of course I was gonna get the young Boba Fett. They didn't have him, so I'll just have to order him. But I got the Jango Fett of the Fett Legacy, of course.
dude, he looks excellent too. Can't go wrong with that.
And they all look good out of box too. I'm not necessarily a out of box pop collector. I like to have most of them still in the box. But yeah, this was a no brainer. I had to have.
So I got another piece of fire I'll share. So while at the con, I picked up some things that I hadn't picked up. And on my video, I totally forgot one of them. And it was like the biggest one. I end up getting one of those movie moments. I got the trash compactor, Luke and Leia.
Oh yeah.
But this has been a grail. And I harken back to my childhood. I did not get the Cantina playset to get this off version. And when I did Smuggler's Bounty, I was like, oh my gosh, they were actually spoofing the original Kenner and doing the same thing with the Funko Pop. And I did not get the chase, if you will. But I picked them up at Comic-Con. So I got finally Snaggletooth in the blue with the silver go-go boots as a pop.
Fire.
Right? And that's one of those things, like, as a that has that long history of like, damn it, I want that. I never got the figure, and I've always wanted the TVC or the original. I don't know what you call those. Maybe the original classic figures. I don't know what you call them, but I never got them that. And when I saw they released them as a Funko, I was like, motherfuckers, that's one that now I'm gonna have to hunt for. And when I was at the con, I must have been the one guy I'd come in your booth. I was like, I felt like I was like Terminator, like scanning your booth, what pops you had. I'm coming back, and then I went through all of them, and one thing I noticed too is you get some people that are out there and they go to the con, and because it's the con, it could be a Darth Vader, and it ain't worth anything, but like they double the price, or they raise it enough that's like, are you serious? Like, then there's other people that have them that are fair, and then there's other people that have them that are just trying to blow them out because they've got such a larger inventory. So they've got these older ones that have been starting to collect dust, and maybe you're not getting what you think the PPG is, and so they're selling a little bit.
Mhm.
So that's where I made some good deals on some of my pops there I got a little bit of a haul. A little bit of
Nice,
a
yeah.
haul. Put it this way, I walked out with 2 bags.
Hey,
When we
that's
were
a
walking
that's
to the car, when my son was like, "You ready to go?" I'm like, "We're ready," because I can't kind of navigate through the con with these 2 bags in my hand. So he got
yeah,
artwork, we got autographs, we had a great time. We really
that's
did.
good.
My son
That's good.
absolutely had a blast. And like I said, like him being on the spectrum and being in that autograph section, it got so crazy at one point. We were happy to take that lunch and just get out of the con for a little bit. Like completely left the con, took the skywalk over to the mall, sat down at Johnny Rockets, and it was a great way to just get settled back down.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Great image, Patrick. Thank you, Christopher. Thank you, my friend. Greatly appreciate that. But there's so much we haven't talked about. So before we get to our main portion of our show, we're going to go over the rumors and the recaps. So some things that we hadn't gotten to do that we had planned, and we're not going to be able to really do our full version here or anything. But what are your thoughts of Build the Galaxy? Because it's been that long since we were ready, aimed and poised, ready to go. And then your young Padawan came and other things in life happened. So
Yeah.
what did you think of Rebuild the Galaxy, my friend?
Man, it was cool, man. I actually forgot all about it. I remember we we had got home, bringing him home the first time, and it came out later that week. So ended up watching it, and I enjoyed it. I thought it was really good. There's actually a few things I feel like I missed. So like on Twitter, I would catch up and see what other people had noticed. But I feel like the callbacks were probably the main thing. Um,
Lots
the
of callback.
the actor who plays Dustin in Stranger Things is the voice of the main character Jedi. I thought
Yep.
that was really cool. So there's some familiar voices and faces, especially in the Star Wars universe. So I mean, everything about it I really really enjoyed. Definitely gonna have to watch it again to kind of get another grasp on it.
And I think, it's funny you say that because I have watched it a couple times. And before we were on, literally up until the moment you jumped on, I was starting to watch the holiday special, the Lego holiday special again.
Oh, that's a good one.
Because when the original thumbnail for this, when we were going to go live a couple weeks ago in October, I had we were going to maybe discuss the, was it Tales of Terror? Tales of Terror, the Lego
The
Star Wars
Halloween
Tales
one.
of Terror. Yeah.
Yep.
And that was a lot of fun. I found myself going back to that for a Star Wars Halloween kind of themed. Um, and it was kind of cool. It was kind of cool just to watch that, how get into the holiday season. I know I've been really over the last month kind of in a different realm when it came to even my channel, because I've been having my my October Halloween shenanigans going on. So
Yeah,
we did
best
a lot
holiday.
of Star Wars Funko Halloween images where we did some mashups and we did some other stuff. So now it's like, okay, I've get a little reprieve, but it's only been like a week or two where I've like, okay, then I've got, creating some new images, but I also got to now carve out some time because I just picked up the holiday. We reviewed this, I think, last time we're on. I did pick up the holiday Grogu in the
Mm,
pram, as well as him eating the Mandalorian gingerbread cookies.
yes.
So I'm
Hell yeah.
excited to get some new images with those. I did slap together a new image for Life Day for Sunday. A little disappointed. I had ordered another Funko Life Day exclusive, Disney exclusive, and I did the the white box. I did not do the Star Wars Celebration version of Chewie with the silver
Mhm.
base. I just did the white box version because I'm going to pop his head off and swap it with the other one. Actually, I'm going to
Nice.
do it with the one I have behind me because that one's already open. When I get this new Chewie Life Day, I'm going to keep him in a box, probably hard case him. This one, I'm going to pop his head off with the flocked and put a regular vinyl head. I just like it for photographing it better. Just looks
Nice, yeah.
nicer, I think. So I'm going to do that, and
Yeah,
that'll be the one that I mess around with in the future. But yeah, so we're kind of getting ready for the holiday.
mhm.
It's upon us. I feel the pressure is as a dad is upon us because the kids are already spewing out their list. I want iPads. I want you know iPod, AirPods. I want MacBook Airs, new iPhones. Like, Jesus, you guys should be a commercial for Apple. Trust me. Just tell
Yeah.
me what your Christmas list is, and I'm sure they'll reproduce a commercial out of it. But man,
Mhm.
so I'm gonna let you start. We're gonna get to our normal kind of portion here. You know what we never did? We never did our official. That
Never
never gets old. That's never gets old. So let's start with our rumors and leaks.
Bam. Okay. Right off the gate, and these are quick. Lego's been dry the last couple months, but it's because we're heating up for a beautiful, beautiful 2025. And we'll just start right on the left. Set number 75409. Jango Fett Starship, the UCS Slave One. Good God Almighty. Good God Almighty. This right here, $240 US. Sign me up. This will be a right day one purchase. I think I'm 2 hours 45 minutes away from the closest Lego store. But I won't be going. I'll just order it online.
You're not gonna
It
be camping in front of the store the night before?
no, no chance. No chance. It's just the fact of it being picked up or like just bought May 1st, unless they do a pre-order, it will be mine.
Now,
Um,
how different is this going to differ from the Boba Fett UCS slave one that they've had?
So this one is going to be a lot more detailed, and I think it's going to be kind of it's going to look more like the Boba Fett slave one that dropped a couple years ago, but it's more of the play scale one, and it's going to be probably like a fifth of the size
Hmm.
of this one. But yeah, everything's going to be like highly detailed, especially like when they say the Jango Fett, the arm and leg printing, and a young Boba Fett minifig. So like, man,
Yeah.
um, it's this one is going to be really, really good. And shout out to Max Bout. I think that's how you pronounce that. Lots of leaks, and he'll throw a lot of rumors too on Instagram, pretty much all platforms. Yeah, YouTube down there as well. I've seen his couple of the videos. So yeah, this is huge. So this will be nice. I think it's going to go into scale with like the UCS X-wing, the TIE interceptor. So it's going to be roughly around that
Big.
size. So
Nice.
yes. Um, and then of course, in May, this is the same month. And we're getting Kylo Ren's helmet. They're coming back with the helmet series. And what they replaced the helmets with was the MIDI scale sets, and they're dropping a Kylo Ren shuttle. And I've actually seen a lot of people online saying that they don't care for his shuttle, but his shuttle's fire. In my opinion, I feel like other than the Poe Dameron's Black One, I think this is the second best ship in the sequel trilogy. So sign me
Yeah,
up for
it's
this.
iconic enough that as soon as he's entering the show, like
Yes.
100%.
You gotta have this. I mean, this is gonna be a really good staple, and the MIDI scale is only $50, so that's gonna be really cool. But the
The
only thing with
Kylo Ren
Kylo,
helmet, I think, will be phenomenal. I'm almost curious to see Lego creators do an alternate version where you get the cracked helmet with the red.
see, and that's what I'm thinking. I'm not too sure if they're gonna make that episode 7 helmet, or if they're gonna go with the 9 with the rebuild.
They could
So
probably do the 9 and do it in a way that you could. If I was Lego, I would do it and sell the red bricks so that you could do both.
yeah, That would be really cool. I think that's I mean, that would be probably one of the first sets I've seen where you can actually have some sort of like cracks through and make
That
it
would
kind
be
of look like
cool if
that.
they do that.
So
I don't
yeah,
think they will, but if they do, and if they don't, I'm sure someone's gonna hack it and do it.
yeah. Kind of make it a little two in one. I would love that idea. And then man, this
You've
this
been
right
talking
here.
about this for a while.
This like they should just put BC on the back of of the the sail barge, man. This is just one of the most beautiful Lego sets I've ever seen. And like I said, this right here, I will be buying this for myself for my birthday. This will be my first massive UCS set. Um, yeah, this came out October 1st for Lego Insiders, and I think it was to the public October 4th. So just a few days after. And I mean, you get 11 minifigures, almost 4,000 pieces, and it's US dollars. It's 4.99. So I mean, in my opinion, they could have made this 650 and I still think it would hit the market just as well. But 4.99, I like it. I like it.
Yeah, I think the price point is probably is better price than you're what you're getting than the Vetonator. So
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I think that set's cool. I think it calls to a lot of Clone Wars fans. But I mean for me the Venator, I mean it is what it is. It's cool, but not for 649. That's a little much.
dude, you get Jabba's the sail barge is so interactive because like your slides here.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
look at that.
5
Look at
rooms.
that.
Yep, 5 rooms. You got a cockpit basically, like the entire pilot mechanism of the entire sail barge up front, and then you get kind
Mhm.
of like a jail cell, where prisoners go. Kind of reminds me of a Bronx Tale when they're shooting dice and they're like, "Hey, take him to the back, get him out. I don't want him looking at my money. Get him out of here." Like that's kind of what that second room shows me right there. And then the middle is a little kitchen. And obviously these are scenes you don't see in Return of the Jedi, but just to know that those are actually there, and even comics and photo books show the sail barge kind of like this, kind of like a skeleton per se. And then of
That's so
course,
cool. So
yeah,
cool.
dude, it's so detailed, and it opens up your mind to know what else is actually going on in the sail barge itself. But yeah, I mean, just look, it looks intimidating from the front as a Lego, but I mean, it's too clean, man. It's
It
too
is.
clean.
It is very clean. It's probably one of my favorites of all of seeing these larger UCS sets. I mean, there's so much going on, so much playability.
Oh yeah, and it goes right in hand with the desert skiff and the Sarlacc pit. So that'll be pretty nice to have those just side by side. And we've
Yeah, you
talked about
set that
that.
up. You've got a nice diorama set up with all that going on.
Mhm. I need it. I need it. I need it. I need it. Oh, and then I actually almost forgot about this set. This was more of a throwback for the fans from my research. So this is the Imperial dropship versus the Rebel Scout speeder. Almost 400 pieces, right there at 387 minifigs. You get 3 stormtroopers and then 3 rebels. And yeah, there was an old set of this even way before I was collecting, and this is kind of like the revamp of it. And a lot of Lego fans, longtime Lego fans, prefer this set over the old one. Just seems like they tried a little bit more. Um, but yeah, I mean, I think it's cool. This is probably not going to be a set I'm going to get myself. But the QT minifig, that's really cool. I mean, what else? It's a beautiful pink, and then it shouts out to the little girl Katie that was a Star Wars fan, and they ended up making her an
A
astromech
minifig.
droid
That's
after she
awesome.
passed away. So that's really cool. R2QT or KTQT, like
Yeah.
cutie Katie. So I mean that's really cool. Star Wars doing stuff like that. So, but yeah, I
Yeah, I
mean,
like that when you
really
you
cool.
know the lore of the fandom, and the fandom becomes part of the story. Yeah, that's
Yes.
awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, I think this is gonna be a cool set. Very cool set.
Yep.
I
But
did
yeah.
see that mech Luke Skywalker for like $15, And I'll tell you, that minifig that comes with that guy is sharp looking.
Yeah, it's I think that is the same exact one from the 2021 or 2022 X-Wing, the play scale. Love that. I love Luke Skywalker in that X-Wing pilot outfit. It's always clean.
Very, very cool. I think that does it for your Legos. Am I right?
Yep, Lego, very dry, like I said, but it's setting up for a huge 2025 for Lego collectors.
Yeah, and I think with the was it 10-year anniversary of something? Was it not Phantom Menace? Was it? No,
10
there's an
years of
anniversary. I thought it was Phantom, but maybe I'm wrong. For some reason, I'm thinking it's like 10 years, but it could be longer. Just
2025 will be 20 years for Revenge of the Sith.
okay.
I think a lot of those sets might pop out in 2026, so we still got a while before those come out. Seems like they do everything a year late, but
Maybe it's 10. It's probably I'm not. Dude. I'm so thrown off. It's 10-year anniversary of
Clone Wars,
Force Awakens.
Force Awakens, duh.
That's
Yeah,
probably why you're going to see that Kylo Ren helmet and stuff come out.
beautiful, man.
More, and I'm sure we'll see more. All right, so let's see. We've got some rumors and leaks here in the Funko world. So when we last left off, there was a rumor that came from Scarlet Joker, and out of these two, one of them has come to fruition. So we actually have seen the official announcement of the new wave of the Star Wars Bitty Pops. We just talked
Yes.
about this on the Star Wars Popcast, so kind of cool. And as you cannot ignore that awesomeness on the left side of the screen there to get Star Killer from Force Unleashed, that's something we've all been waiting. So this, I don't know if this is a mock or whatnot someone did, maybe their own custom, but this is supposed to be rumored to be a pop that would come out. I didn't know if this is a prototype or whatnot that they were able to manage, but I haven't seen anything for this yet. But we also did recently through Scarlet Joker get notification of 4 possible rumored pops. Now check this out. This is all going to be from Tales of the Empire. So we might get an Admiral Thrawn, which is cool because I kind of recreated my own using Tarkin and a Thrawn Target exclusive. I did a little head swap. But we're also going to get a Barriss Offee, the Fourth Sister, and it's rumored that we're going to see a Morgan Elsbeth that's a glow-in-the-dark. So if you've got glow-in-the-dark, that's got to mean we've got some acrylic. Maybe we've got her holding the Mother Talzin sword. Who knows? But I can only imagine. My mind's like with that. So very, very excited for those possible rumors coming to fruition. Now, we've had some stuff too that has now recently just started popping up in stores. So we talked about this as a rumor, and obviously it came true. I actually have mine on display behind me. Is we got the new Kylo Ren number 731, which is a New York Comic-Con exclusive. Which made this one really cool is it has that new sticker. It's kind of holographic and it's a QR sticker. And when you scan it, it registers your pop to your app.
Oh, that's cool.
To your account. So very, very cool. Slick little thing there to kind of, I guess, stop the duplication or what do you call it? Counterfeit of Funko Pops. But that guy just looks way better in person than he does here. That just looks great. But in person, you've got layers and fabric textures and rips and holes and tears in it.
It's like swaying in the wind.
It's so good. So good. This was another one from the Old Republic games that we're getting from that Gaming Great series that we see come out of GameStop. So there's going to be a T3 M4 number 754 from that new Legends wave, and you can tell even by the packaging and everything that wave. We just had Darth Treya, Malgus,
Oh yeah.
HK-47, Darth Scion, Nihilus. They all kind of came from this wave, so very nice looking wave. And that's a great looking droid. And if you played the game, you know who this guy is because he's kind of following around most of the time. So kind of cool. I'm excited for this one. I'm definitely going to pick it up, but I'm not going to be like, woo, got to get it first day. I don't think
Yeah.
it's going to resonate as much. So this one I will pick up though, because I think just photographing droids, I always enjoy that.
Oh yeah.
This comic cover,
Bam.
again, love it. This one is, I do have this already in the collection. It looks so much better in person again. Seeing how that comic book cover is, and then you see the artwork contrasted onto the Funko Pop itself, it looks
Man.
absolutely fire. Like
The
really
two
good.
tones of the sun too reflecting off. You get the dark blue, and then the ray of the sun's just hitting with the light blue and the
That
white.
yeah, dude,
Man.
it looks so good, so good. I mean, it looks like it's coming right off the comic book page itself. It did a phenomenal job with that. Look at
Yeah.
that. And I never even take mine out of the packaging. I always leave mine in it for the
I know
comic.
they're meant to be hung up on the wall.
Yeah,
But
I know.
I
I
feel
have
like
mine
with
on my shelf.
yeah, I feel like with how they like the backside of it to that keeps the Funko in there, it kind of makes it pop off the wall a little bit, so it's not flush, it's not flat with the wall. So that's why I've been
Yeah,
like, nah, I'll keep it on the side there.
I'm keeping them in the box for now. Because I like on the back of the box it has the artwork with the comic cover and everything. So I always kind of
Yeah,
think that was nice. They used to do that on the normal size ones, but they've kind of moved away from that. We've also started seeing in the stores is this new Ahsoka wave.
give
So
me it, give me
I've
it.
already picked up all of them with the exception of the Anakin with the red lightsaber. He's supposed to be releasing next week, someone told me, at their GameStop in Canada. So if that kind of might be in the line why me and one of the employees over at the box lunch have been going nuts looking for him, waiting for him to come in. And we, to no avail. He hasn't been there, but we
I
have
see.
gotten this new Ahsoka, and this new Ahsoka the White with both blades out. Nice.
Yeah, that's
This is
clean.
nice. This is one we really want it. Really want it. So excited for that. Number 749. Then
Man,
we
you
got
could.
some
Hey,
Ren.
I have to give you a freaking poptography idea.
What's that?
What you need to do is go with the Ahsoka the White, have her on one side, and then put Balin's skull on the other, and then have some dust from when Hu Yang dropped that I can't remember what he dropped down, but it made all that dust come up that way Ahsoka could run away. Because that is exactly what this is from when she's going against Balin for
It
that
is that
brief
scene of
second.
her and Balin. That could be cool.
Man, that would be dope as hell.
Yeah, because when she's fighting the night troopers, she doesn't have the cloak piece on the top on.
Right. Yep.
That's a good
Yeah.
call.
That's such a it's really nice too, because like the other Ahsokas, she kind of has like that light blue. Like right here, I'm looking at the Maul versus Ahsoka 2-pack, and she has the light blue on her like tentacles. But on this one, you can see her age and her, the wisdom that comes with it, just being Ahsoka the White alone. But this, you get that kind of like heathered gray with the white on her, like Togruta tentacles. So yeah,
it's
this
just
one
good
speaks to me a lot.
Yeah, I agree. I think a lot of fans like the only other thing if you have her without that top cloak and she's got both blades out, in front, would be nice from when she fit the night troopers, or if she, is reaching out with the force talking to the Purgle. Either of those would have been fine. But dude, this is fire,
Dude,
fire. This Sabine Wren, dude. This one I've been oogling a lot more when I saw it out of the box.
I like it.
The shape of the helmet is just kind of very angular on this version, more so than the others, and I like it. I don't know why. It really speaks to me. I love the lightsaber in this one. I really wish we had a lightsaber and a blaster.
Oh
It's
yeah,
like you can never get both sometimes. You're like, "Oh, it's, two blasters or just a lightsaber." But cool that we got her in a lightsaber. And then I did end up this is the one that's been evading me, 751, the Anakin with the red lightsaber.
dude. Just I'm 8 years old again. You know what I'm saying? That whole episode, it talked to me in every way possible. So just seeing this Anakin once again, oh man,
Yeah. And again, it's not even like you saw how I just did the custom, right? They could have done
yeah,
the same thing. They could have taken the other one, did the custom, swapped the head, but and give them a red instead of blue, but they didn't. They actually changed the pose up. So
yeah,
very cool for this. I'm excited. I'm excited. I,
very
I'll,
much
I'll
so.
have to figure out what I'm going to do because I'm going to have to do something like combine this one and the custom one I did in a shot somehow, some kind of special effect. Like when you saw him and he'd flash and he turned into Vader, I might have to do something like that, like some kind of cool
Oof,
effect. I don't know. Because this is cool. I like that.
you lack conviction.
Right. And then this one, Ezra Bridger. Like when I got this one, I actually put all three Ezras on the turntable, and it's really cool. You get to see Ezra kind
All
of
the
growing.
yeah,
Yeah. So seeing him with the young, long blue hair, short blue hair, the darker hair and beard now, really, really cool. Really cool.
I do really like this. This is one of the Funko Pops where it's like, oh, this translates into like, you know, Amon very, very like closely. Like this, like that's Amon right there, like as a Funko Pop. More so looking as Ezra as a Funko Pop. But the only thing, and I remember me and Geeky Pops on Instagram were talking, the only thing that he's missing is his two scars. That's the
Mm.
only thing he's missing. And then I guess you could make the argument for the blue eyes. It doesn't make a difference for me. Um, but at the same time, that's fire. The only thing is just missing the two scars. But I will grab this one, and I know many don't like it, but him with the night trooper disguise. I gotta have that.
I
Oh,
was gonna say number
I gotta have that.
753.
I gotta
Yes.
have that, man. I
This
gotta
is
have
a
it.
Target exclusive. He has not dropped yet. I have him on a pre-order. I haven't
It's
gotten any word about
so
him, and I
fire.
ordered him like 2 months. I feel like a month and a half, 2 months ago. I haven't heard any updates on it, but yeah, this one's gonna be cool. I mean, this one should really almost be a lights and sound because as soon as I see it, I hear "Harem home." As soon as I
Yep.
see him, right? Harem home. Like I like this a lot. This is a
Yeah.
great one.
Really cool moment.
Yeah, I think a lot of fans are gonna dig this too. And it also keeps us from having to hack apart our night troopers and Ezra pops just to make it.
Yeah.
Because
Absolutely.
I'll be honest, if they didn't do it, that's probably what I would have had to do.
Yeah.
Now, this
Jord.
is that whole wave that I'm talking about that I just got of Skeleton Crews. We start out with Jod, which is Jude Law's character.
Yes, looks really good. Even the boxes just scream 1980s.
Dude, you're speaking the truth, my friend, because Lex and I were talking about that on the podcast. Like it has a theme. You know how like when you saw Rebels, there was like a color scheme. It
Yeah,
might
the
not
black
have
and yellow.
said it out loud, but you kind of picked up on had the orange, had the purple, had the tan, the
Yep.
yellow. Like it had a very earthy tone with some of those other colors that pop. This one, I'm already feeling the tans, the light blues, the blue contrasting against the gold. Like it's definitely coming into play with Lost in Space, you know, treasure, gold, pirate. Like it's putting it all together.
Yeah.
The boxes just look great, and I'm not even a box fan. I've been taking them out and displaying them out of the box more often now. But this guy Wim looks great.
His hair is so dope.
Yeah, dude, you got to see these when they're out of the box. That hair is phenomenal out of the box, man. Fern,
Burn.
I don't know anything about her, but I love her little bomber jacket. Like, I
Yeah,
love
it's
it. The little
tough.
knee pads and everything. Great little outfit on this character. I have a feeling she's going to be very close to Wim. We'll see. KB, look at that. It's got that Geordie LaForge thing going on. That looks so cool.
Yeah.
Is she a radar tech like Matt Radar Tech from SNL? I don't know.
Hopefully, we get like a POV of what she sees in the series out of that, because
That would be cool. That would
very,
be cool.
very interesting.
And this is everybody's got to have this. Look at him. Look at him.
Yeah, he's a killer,
Neil.
man.
He's adorable.
Love it.
He is absolutely adorable. And just looking at him as the pop, I do not think he is the same species as Max Rebo as we all once thought. Maybe,
Yeah,
possibly.
he's not. He's
He's different. He's different.
yeah, he's not a Nautilin. He's something else.
Yeah. So that's kind of cool. I'm excited to see that creature.
Yeah,
And this one I did not get, but Christopher over at Seriously Star Wars was able to pick him up at his GameStop
nice.
already. He hasn't even released here in the States, but I think his name's Kim. It's kind of what I'm going by with the phonetic of that. But I mean,
Kim.
kind of looks like a lemur and an owl combined, and it kind of very has some High Republic look, like we saw in the Acolyte with the golden brown here. So
Yeah, kind of looks
very,
like the Xyzal allergy owl. That's that was my first, like, I remember doing the Skeleton Crew trailer reaction, and I was like, man, that I've seen that dude on allergy commercials,
but that's really what we got. Oh, JT is in the building. Hello, JT. Who are these
Hey,
guys?
I
Thanks for
bet
stopping in,
you
JT.
saw that Star Killer Funko, JT.
Oh yeah. JT is probably he's the one guy. Like, if I got to ever just hang out with, like, I'm bringing a plastic lightsaber first, just to get the
Oh yeah,
ring of it, because I've dropped my good one a couple times. I'm like, yeah, I don't know if I want to practice with this. So, I know Will from Padawan Pops does like some of those end sabers and stuff like that. I might, when they have one of those cheap sales, pick up one that you can literally train and destroy for like $50, $100, so you don't have to ruin your $2, $3, $4, $5, $600 saber. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And I know there's that meme like, what guy in the right mind needs to have more than one lightsaber?
Hey,
Name
me,
a
big
guy that
dog.
doesn't want to have more than one. Okay, is in my opinion. Because you have one, you're gonna want another. Like, they're awesome, and there's
Yeah.
so many good ones. So you can never say, "Oh, it's just the." There's so many cool sabers out there. Like, Galaxy's Edge just released for Life Day on Sunday. Gunji's lightsaber.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Holy smokes, that looks awesome.
Yep, and Black Series for Hasbro also just dropped some pictures for Balin Skulls. So lightsabers looking
What?
really nice. Yeah. Actually,
Really?
I noticed, I think Jedi Lex might have posted it on Instagram. That's how I saw it.
Ah.
But yeah, to go off with having a plastic lightsaber with JT, that's what you have to do. If you ever meet JT, what you do is you don't piss him off, and then make sure that there's no lightsabers around. Because
Yes.
I don't know, it's looking a little Youngling Slayer 3000 esque, if you ask me. Some of those videos, I'm like, oh man, this is really cool, but scary at the same time.
Yeah, he's really good. He's really good. Like, I'd like to just learn a couple moves that he like. I love when he can do the Obi Annie move,
Oh
the
yeah.
over and behind. Like, that's really slick. But he came up with he did like some newer moves recently where it's kind of a little Maul, a little bit of Ahsoka,
Mhm.
where he kind of comes like right at the lens with this, like, dude, it's a cool move. And he comes over and he's holding it kind of sideways and he comes across. I can't remember what that style or form is, but GT just kicks ass at it. I'm a forgiving teacher. Thanks for the kind words, guys. Yeah, JT, you're really good. You're really good. I wish I was closer so we could hang out and get a little lesson. But if we ever meet up at a con, we are putting some time aside. We're gonna raid a lightsaber vendor for a few minutes and borrow theirs. Because if I drop it, we'll just hand it back.
Give me your lightsabers, dog.
So anyway, what else? Anything else that you have? We had a lot. It's been a bit, so we had a lot to cover with both the videos, the Rebuild the Galaxy. We had the Tales of Terror. Even though Tales of Terror wasn't new, but it was the holiday season, so we pull it up.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely
Yeah.
check out that round table on Skeleton Crew if you haven't.
Thank
You're
you
gonna
for
enjoy
reminding
that.
me. I'm gonna pull that up.
Yeah, I again, Explore the Force had posted that link, and I clicked on it, and I was like, "Ooh, ooh, this is cool." I thought at first it was like an ad that, oh, they're gonna have one, but dude, it was there. I was like, "You got to be kidding me! We haven't even seen the series yet." So very excited. So where
Sweet.
can people find you when you're not on here chopping it up on all things Star Wars, Funko, and Lego, man?
Man, you guys can find me all playing Brandalorian. Sorry, I accidentally started playing the round table video in the background. I was like, "What the hell is that noise?" You guys can all find me, Clan Brandalorian on YouTube. Make sure you go subscribe. We're gonna do a giveaway at 500 subscribers. We're about 68 away, so go subscribe. Cool giveaway items. Instagram, of course, that's the main social media that I run the Star Wars channel off of. TikTok as well at Clan Brandalorian. Yeah, and that's where you find me. Come check me out. What about you, man? Where can everyone find you?
Well, when I'm not here with you chopping it up about Star Wars and Lego, you can find me over at Poptography, or if you're not just on YouTube and you're looking at social media, it's Poptography YT and all the different venues from Facebook to TikTok to Insta to everything. And I do creative Funko Pop images, as well as my versions of an unboxing called What's in the Box. And we also do our version of Toy Hunt on the hunts, and that's what we're doing. We will be getting back to an episode. You'll be coming back, Brandon. You'll be coming back and kind of recircling the wagon. We are going to be bringing back movies that inspire the pop, but do something a little different with it. I think it kind of was running its course, and I think at the same time I was having a hard time worrying about how much I could show without getting copyright struck and
Hmm.
whatnot. But we are going to try to bring that back here in the new year. So look, getting excited. I'm actually, and this is something I had told Jedi Lex and Christopher. Um, as I start the new year, there's going to be also some changes in the channel. So I have consistently only photographed my images using just my iPhone. So anyone out there that has been watching, I wanted the challenge to myself is I've got more equipment than you could shake a stick at, because this is kind of what I do, right? Photography. So I didn't want to use my equipment and then have people be like, "Oh, that well, of course you've got strobes, you've got this, you got the, So I tried to really not make it about that and really tried to do it with just, some little LED lights and the iPhone. But I'm going to start venturing out to bring in some other hand cannons. I'm going to bring in some
Nice.
SLRs. We might even play around come summertime. Bring out the Hasselblad, maybe capture an image using that, just to give people an idea of like different cameras, different lenses and stuff, and still continue with the Funkos and stuff like that. But
Oh yeah.
I'm also hoping for some greener pastures here. I really want to get in as an influencer or ambassador with Funko. So I'm really, at this point, I'm campaigning. So if you're out there and you're a fan of my channel and you're a fan of Funko, let's send them a message. Let's get this guy creating the images for their Star Wars Funkos. Okay. Because that's what I want to do. And I think after seeing the reactions of the guests, the actors who portrayed the characters, seeing the reaction, I know I've got something. And I know
Yeah.
if they're impressed and thinking it was Funko made, all right, we're not dilly dallying anymore. We're going for the gusto. So that is
Yeah.
what I'm looking to do come this new year. Grow my subscriber base. I'm still trying to get to that 1,000, subscriber. And then the watch hours. So if you happen to be out there and you click on the video, keep watching to next one and the next one and the next one. Let's get some watch hours going, folks. But
Get multiple phones, laptops, TVs, and just circle. Just keep playing
do
it.
what you
Make
got to do. Let's
multiple
do it.
accounts.
Let's do it.
Yes.
I'll watch your channel to get you up there. Whatever we got to do to get each other up those rungs. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But also when I'm not here with the two of us and I'm not on my own channel, I'm also with Chris and Lex over at the Star Wars Podcast. And we had a little bit of a hiatus with cons and Lex's schedule and Chris going to a convention as well. So we just got back after like a 2-week kind of hiatus, and it's weird when it's even 2 weeks. We've had like 2 months, almost 3, where we haven't been able to connect. So one, thank you, Brandon, because I really enjoy your company. I enjoy the conversation. You're a chill guy, so I'm glad that we got back. We're back.
Hey, man, it's
And we're
it's
hitting
good
this
to
up.
be back.
Yes, and people should start seeing some more shorts and stuff like that from this channel.
Mhm.
So exciting stuff to come ahead. And I don't know. Is there anything that you're excited or expecting to do for the new year?
Man, just more Star Wars. I can't wait for more. That way we can talk about more. Skeleton Crew, give me more. I want more good Star Wars, and I want all the haters to chill out. And I think that's something I'm gonna start doing on my channel as well. Is just we got to put these shills together, and let's knock out the negative, man. It's so
Right?
old. Let's
I'm
let's
tired of
love
the
let's love Star
pissing
Wars.
and moaning. Like,
It's weird.
you know, uh, like I've always said, I get a pissed and moan. The days are long. I still bring it up once in a while when people ask for reference. But like,
Yes.
I would rather have Wookiees and Ewoks in Return of the Jedi. But at the end of the day, I got Ewoks, and I liked them. And as I grew older and realized they weren't all furry and cuddly, and hey, what happened to the stormtroopers that used to be in those helmets? Got you thinking, like, yeah, the Ewoks aren't as cuddly as you think. They're kind of
Yep.
cannibals. So I grew to like them. But like, come on, am I going to sit there and complain about something that I truly love, about something so corny or lame? Like, that's the thing. I think that everybody is entitled to their own opinion. They can like anything they want. And it's Star Wars. So I know some people enjoy some of this newer stuff. Some people haven't. I've been enjoying it. I grew up in the time period, as I've often said, where we had 3 movies for 30 plus years, and that was it. So
Yep.
unless you watch the Ewok Adventures or the god awful Star Wars holiday special, which inspired Life Day, which was just this Sunday, November 17th. That's all you had. That's all you had. So like, I don't know. And I'm not saying everything is great, but most of it.
Mhm.
You can't take the whole piece of it and say there's not pieces of good stuff in there that you enjoyed. You can't. You
Yeah,
can't.
no, stupid. Makes no
So
sense.
yeah, so I've been excited, and I think Skeleton Crew is going to bring something new. And when Andor season 2 hits, I think that's going to hit hard. I think a lot of people that maybe didn't like Andor first season because it was very slow. I don't think you're going to get slow. I mean, every 3 episode arc is another year in Andor, and
Yep.
it's going to bring us right up into the beginning of Rogue One. So I can't see it really stalling out. It's got to be bang, bang, bang. So very excited for all this coming up. But I think on our next episode, it'll be like either our November, December one. We're going to be doing maybe our top 10 or top 5 Lego Star Wars Funkos.
Yeah, let's do that. It's gonna be another dry month for Lego. So I think that would be actually a really good time because once January hits, guys, once it's the new year, but I have more Funko. I know that 100%. But we're also starting off with like the Lego wave with like 15 new sets.
Yeah.
So
So we'll
it's
do,
gonna
we'll
be
do, we'll do a little recap. We'll do our top 10 picks for 2024 for our next episode. And again, thank you all for being in the chat. Thank you, Brandon, for joining us as always. Until the next time, my friends, may the force be with you.